The final few seconds before you react to your dog leaning on you and then walking away can shape the next few months of your dog's trust. In that tiny window, most dog owners accidentally turn an ordinary comfort-seeking moment into a boundary problem that quietly grows. You feel the weight press into your leg. You feel the warmth. You feel the slow exhale. Then you feel the sudden release, and you watch your dog drift away like nothing happened. You think you are being comforting, but your dog does not understand comfort the way you do. Your dog understands pressure, predictability, and whether closeness stays safe when your dog changes their mind. The lean doesn't mean one thing. It can be contact seeking, like a quiet request for touch. It can be support seeking, like using your body as a stabilizer. It can be space managing, like placing you between your dog and something stressful. And the walk away doesn't mean rejection. It can be self-regulation. It can be conflict avoidance. It can be a boundary reset that says, that was enough. Veterinary behaviorists describe this as distance decreasing and distance increasing signals, and you are supposed to answer them, not override them. You can hack this system by noticing how one well-meaning reach over the head can flip trust into "I need space." The golden rule of touch is this. Before you touch, your dog must choose to stay. You now see the pattern for what it is. A conversation about distance, not a personality glitch. Point 1. You want contact, but on your terms. You think you are bonding, but your dog does not understand being held in place as love. You let the lean happen, and you let the leave succeed. Point 2. You are using your human body as a security anchor. You add excited voice and fast hands, and arousal spikes. You stay boring and steady so safety stays predictable. Point 3. You are checking if you respect a stop signal. You follow to keep petting, and you teach that signals fail. You pause, and you let your dog be the one who reopens the door. Point 4. That touch location was too intense. You go for head pats, hugs, and looming shoulders. You switch to shoulder or chest, low pressure, then you stop. Point 5. You are conflicted, curious but unsure. You coax with pressure, and uncertainty turns into avoidance. You give space, and curiosity gets to stay curious. Point 6. You are overstimulated and need a reset. You take leaving personally and re-engage. You treat leaving like a smart nervous system doing its job. Point 7. You are managing pain or discomfort. You assume it is emotional and miss stiffness or a flinch. You notice asymmetry and you take it seriously. Point 8. You are guarding your exit route. You corner your dog on couches, beds, or narrow hallways. You open the path so your dog never has to negotiate for an escape. Point 9. You are practicing independence. You turn every contact moment into a training drill. You let closeness be closeness, and you reward calm distance too. Handling research and consent-based care both point to the same idea. You look for stress signals like lip licks, head turns, and shake-offs, and you treat avoidance as de-escalation. You can watch two identical leans create two different outcomes, depending on whether you pause or pursue. This is the concept that changes everything. Your response teaches whether boundaries are safe. You now know the walk away is data, not disrespect, and you are going to use that data correctly. Step A. You freeze your hands and soften your posture. The few seconds before you touch, your dog must choose proximity. Step B. You offer a consent check. You give one brief, low-pressure touch on a neutral area like shoulder or chest, and then you stop. Step C. You read the answer. If your dog re-leans or stays, you continue slowly. If your dog disengages, you end the interaction. Step D. You reinforce the boundary. You calmly toss a treat away from you or you simply create space, so leaving predicts safety instead of pursuit. Step E. You let the loop run itself. If your dog returns, you repeat the consent check. If your dog does not return, you do nothing, no following, no calling, no guilt. Many expert handling guidelines boil down to predictable stop-start touch, because predictability lowers stress and increases voluntary contact over time. You think one extra second of petting is harmless, but your dog does not understand your intention. By the time you add that extra second after your dog leaves, you teach that signals do not work, and later your dog has to escalate. To fix the problem, you must make leaving successful. You treat it like an elevator door. If you block it, the whole system stops trusting you. You now have a protocol, but you also need to respect that context can override it. Lane 1 is pain or discomfort. You notice sudden sensitivity, leaning for support, stiffness, reluctance to jump, or walking away after you touch one specific zone. You schedule a veterinary exam, you reduce handling, and you keep consent checks gentle and optional. Lane 2 is fear and conflict. You see triggers like visitors, loud sounds, tight spaces, direct staring, or fast hands. You increase distance, you manage calmly, and you consider a credentialed trainer who can build a plan without flooding your dog. Lane 3 is resource and space pressure. You create problems in couch corners, doorways, beds, and kid-level chaos. You build clear exits, you teach a station mat, and you set household rules for no hugging and no chasing. Veterinary behavior principles are blunt here. Sudden behavior change deserves a medical rule-out, and avoidance is often stress management, not stubbornness. You can see the same dog lean at night but leave during parties, and you realize the environment, not you, is the problem. You can hack this system by changing the environment before you change the dog. You stop chasing closeness, and you start earning it. You run daily 60-second consent sessions. Touch, stop, observe, respect. You reinforce independence by rewarding calm settling away from you. You teach predictable cues so all done ends contact and go to mat creates safe distance. You track patterns like time, location, touch type, and what happened right before the walk away. Learning theory is simple here. When you reinforce choice, you get more voluntary behavior. By the time your dog can leave safely, your dog is more likely to return. Your dog is not withdrawing from you. Your dog is practicing trust by telling you the truth. If this changed the way you view your dog leaning on you, do me a favor. Hit the subscribe button. We don't do generic advice here. We build trust you can measure and boundaries your dog can rely on. Let me know in the comments, when your dog walks away, what usually happens right before it. Until next time, take the pressure off and let your dog choose.